Welcome to the Roundtable, episode 71. We are your weekly live panel podcast. If you like live entertainment, if you like to get involved in the chat and get a little feedback, if you like to get your opinion heard and hear four people's opinion on every little subject we talk about, this is the place for you. So hang tight. Everyone that's in the chat already, welcome to it. Your comments should be coming in momentarily. So let me know you're here with a thumbs up and drop another comment. We are getting into this live right now. Salvador Padlan, hello, good to see you. Cultura Cafe, always nice to see you. And we have the co-host with the most in the background. Let me start out with none other than the blonde bombshell herself, my sister, the one and only, Denise Castillo.
The bombshell.
I'm like, I gotta come up my game with the intros. I'm like, I was thinking about this earlier, like the blonde bombshell. Yeah, that's it.
I love that one.
All right, cool. Okay.
How are you?
Joe, good. I got home and I'm like, let's hop into it. I'm like, so glad to see everyone. So glad to see you guys. And this is it's exciting to be here. It's a good day. It's a good day. And I feel like next we got to bring in some muscle. We got to bring in, a little thuggish, ruggish, like, let's see.
Thuggish, ruggish, bum.
Type vibes. Let's see. Let's bring in this guy right here. Yeah. Who's this muscle man right here? What? What happened?
It's Snoop Dogg. It says Snoop Dogg.
Oh, yeah. It's like as if Snoop Dogg and House of Tattoos merged into one.
Hey, Snoop Dogg has entered the building. Right. Hey, I got down new dreadlocks. Or whatever they call those things. Right. I got some new ones out. How you ladies doing?
I'm good.
And I'm not thuggish. I'm just me. I'm a peacemaker, and I'm a
That's
good
right.
man. Yeah.
That's right.
I those days are over.
I know.
Bring peace, love, happiness.
It's the
Jojo. I'm gonna tell him, Jojo.
I like it. Right? There you go. And then we have our surprise.
You want to do a commercial just for me?
What Jojo said.
What do you say, Jojo? Our the surprise, the co-host.
I thought it was G. Lou. Wait a minute. All right.
No. Shut up. Did he really say that? You're funny. Okay.
That's a good one, Jojo. You mean
artist from the Central Cali. Let's see who it is. Watch out. Who is
there?
It
is.
There he is.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Good.
Good to see everybody.
How are you?
Jojo says we got G. Lou, Fred.
Hey, man, that's nice, dude. I need one of those.
You get them on Amazon. It was given to me, but you can get them on Amazon.
I'm going right now. I'm gonna go after we're up. I'm gonna go straight to Amazon. I need one.
That's right. I like that. I gotta get one of those. That's cool.
Yeah. How's everybody doing? You guys are good?
Hey, good. Everything's going good.
Good, man.
Trying to stay cool. It's been still warm, but go ahead. I don't want to talk on topics. I changed the topics because there was a topic that I was just. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, the water is really hot. Every year it's going up in the Gulf Coast or even down under, and it just increasing, and that's why a lot of things are melting, man. And that helps. That adds to the change in the weather,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great.
Saludos, everybody.
Saludos, everyone.
Hey, nice. Hey, Jojo, thank you, man. Again, man. Thank you. Last time on Sunny's on the Street Chain Loyal, man. Thank you for the plug, man.
He's got it set up going. You guys check his channel out if you haven't already, because it looks like he's got his whole little podcast set up, ready to go.
Sunny boy Acasa.
Looking good, man. Norby's made an appearance.
Right. Check it out.
All right. Good evening. Good to see you. Good to see you. G. Lou, there he is right there.
Hey, there's the man of the hour. Hey, you know what? I need to tell G. Lou this. Man, I saw that performance, man, with him and D West. Man, y'all are gonna get me out of my rap retirement, man. I love that G-Funk sound, man. We need to get together, bro. I still got
Hey,
to get that one in me, dude. We gotta do this. We
that
gotta
would
do
that would be so cool. Can you
this.
imagine
Oh,
if
man.
we bring that down there? You guys collab, do something. That would be so cool.
Oh, man, I loved it, man. And you know, shout out to Brenda Love, man. She
Oh,
showed me the video. I was like, oh man, check this out. Like, man, that was awesome. That
yeah.
was
Shout
awesome.
out to Love. That's what's up. That
Hey,
is
so
what's
who's older, Fred? Twister, or you?
Twister.
Yeah.
That's
What's
right.
up,
He does.
youngster?
I was like, yeah, it's him, man. He's way old, bro. He's way
That's right. That'll be a road trip worth it, Fred. We can
Saludos,
I know, yeah,
machete.
definitely, man. Definitely.
for sure. For sure. Okay, well, let's just kick it off and start out with Denise. Let's start out with you and just go down the way here. How was your week and what did you do? Fill us in.
Yeah, guys, it was fun. I don't know if I'm echoing or not, but
No, you sound good on this end.
so Saturday we went to hold on, guys.
Okay.
I'm
It's been a
sorry.
minute, Machete. Good to see you.
I haven't seen him in a minute. Huh?
I know. Good to see
Machete.
you.
Nice.
Okay, sorry,
Good to see you. Good to see you, man. Yeah.
because I have the dog right here, so we're
Oh,
gonna
your
hear.
dog.
I'm
Okay. That's
gonna
all
try
good.
to kick him out in a minute. But Saturday we went out to dinner. It was me, my husband, other guys. So there was like 8 of us. Went to Benihana's. I haven't been there in a while.
Cool.
We had a good time. I mean, they give you a lot of food. You know, they really do. After the salad and the rice and the vegetables, all that, and then you get your meat at the end. It was good. It just that when the bill came, I was like, what? $500 It was $500, and I'm like, for 8 of us.
Oh,
Wow.
Hey, that's when I say Taco Bell, Inchurrito, Macho Burrito.
Pitch him right. Everybody start pitching him. I'm like, oh damn.
Yeah, well, we all, of course we all did, but
Hey, everything's costly now these days,
Yeah,
man.
it is. It
Even
is.
just like the regular places. Well, there's an Angelo's over here, and I went and got a pastrami sandwich. They're good and they're bomb, and they really fill them up, man. They're like $16, I think, if I'm correct. Yeah,
Wow.
a sandwich.
and then Sunday we just hung out. We that's cheap, probably in Arizona, Jojo, but not here.
Yeah.
But we we had steak, filet mignon, and stuff like that. So I guess whatever. I guess it was for the price.
That'll do it. That'll do it.
Filet
And,
mignon's pretty costly. Yeah.
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 Sunday we just waited around for the game. We had a delay in the game. We'll get to that, but yeah.
yeah, we will. We will. What was the restaurant called? Benihana's?
Benihana's, yeah.
Yeah, I've never been there, but
Oh,
wait, Fred, what is the one on the wharf?
you
What
sit
is that?
around this flat.
I seen that on your post. Okay.
Yeah, so you sit around that, and then they cook. They turn it up to like 500, and then they cook on it right in front of you.
Girl.
And the guy's like, he's doing trade. Well, this guy didn't do crap, but I've been to them before where they flip like their
That one
spatula.
the shrimp in your mouth and all that?
Yes, so he did put, he did do some rice, and he kind of went around everybody and like tossed it to them and stuff, and I'm like, not me, like I don't want to do that. So then he was being more like, he was trying to carry more on a conversation, like, oh, you guys are family and you're this and you're that. Oh, you guys are how long, like trying to just talk instead of telling a joke. Or there's guys that are really good at what they do when they're cooking, and like I said, they'll tell you jokes, you laugh. He does tricks with the spatulas and stuff. And I noticed the other guy across from us was doing tricks with it. Everybody's like, oh, boring chica and all that. I'm like,
Hey, you look gangster. He didn't want to let his. He didn't want to show his side, your different side. You know.
yeah.
Right.
On one of my videos, I got him saying, "Watch your eyebrows," and I'm like,
You're like, excuse me?
I
He's
got
ain't going
eyebrows.
nowhere.
Yeah.
Right?
I could just hear Denise. Hey, listen, homie, we're not here to tell you about us. Just do your tricks.
I'm just doing community service.
Right?
I was actually, you guys, I didn't say.
That's a good one, Fred.
I was like, man, this guy better do something right now.
How funny. That's what's up. That looked like a lot of fun.
Yeah, no, definitely.
I tried that. I tried that on my grill. Tried to do a little fancy stuff. Didn't work. There was food all over.
Yeah, that was an egg on a cleaver and stuff, right? Or just that was an egg and they crack it open.
He didn't do none of that. He cracked the egg in the bowl, and I'm just like,
the onion volcano, whatever. They put the oil in the onion and the volcano.
He did that part where he like stacked the onion, and then he goes, "Watch this," and he lit it, and it did a volcano, and then he goes, "Choo choo, choo choo," but choo choo, what? Maybe 5?
Denise, is that all you got?
I was like,
I would have said, you wanna do me a favor and impress me? Turn this steak into a tomahawk steak.
I would have been like, turn this $500 bill into $100.
Yeah, for real.
Hey, or do like this one guy does. I think his name's Juan on this one. That was epic. I don't know if you guys seen it.
Oh, yeah, I think I have.
Yeah. That was epic? He has a card from Uno that you reverse it. So here, so you won't have to pay the bill or whatever,
Yeah. There you go. There you go. That would be cool. All right. Well, I love
yeah. So I'm gonna time for your flute lesson.
What?
Flute lesson.
Jojo's flute lesson. It's time for.
Oh, I'm like,
not really.
So fast you didn't see it.
Yeah, right. There you go. All right, let's move on and let's kick into it. Fred, what was your week like? What did you do? What do you have for us?
You know what? My week was good. Like I said last week, I had family over and stuff, so got to spend time with them a little bit. Had a couple of dinners with them. They're a lot younger, so they're out and about. I'm not gonna tag along with them or nothing like that. But it was good, man. It was good. I just, there's a bunch of us guys here at the house, and it's like, I really enjoyed, picking up after everybody. Anyways, no, but it was good. And then, you know what, I went, I want to, there was a couple of things that, you have around that you have around the house, and it just, for a long time, it just kind of irks you a little bit. It kind of bothers you. I said, I got to do this. I got to do this. Oh, I'll do it next time. I'll do it. And procrastinate on it because it's not an important thing, But actually, these frames up here, I was like, I upgraded them a little bit, a couple of them. So I put them up now, which is my, now it's truly, this is all Two-Face Entertainment stuff that I've been successful with. These are the I've sold a lot and pushed a lot. There, this one up here. No, this one right up here. It went 100 and what? 100 and no,
150,000, right?
Yeah, 150,000, something like that. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, and yeah, it's been going a lot. They've been going a lot pretty good. I still have another one I haven't put up. Some of the other ones too, but see, now I don't know what to do because the CDs, I'm not really selling CDs anymore. It's all digital. So I don't know. I'll just probably make up something now, put something in there. But yeah, these are the most successful ones. And today, October 8th of 2024, marks 22 years I released that top album. 22 years ago today. What, that album came out, ironically, it was a Tuesday. My son was born on the 1st, so exactly 1 week after my son was a week old when that album came out.
Nice.
So,
all right.
So I got a lot of little history, and little did I know I'd go into, big old music thing, film, documentary films, records, and then here we are, right, in the podcasting. So
Right?
it's a good thing. It's a good thing. It's a good vibe all the way around, man. I feel great. It's good. It's good.
You
You know.
sound good. You
Hey,
sound
Yeah.
that's
good.
cool,
So
Fred.
that was
And
my week. Thank you.
that's part of you right there. All your accomplishments, the things that you've done, man. Look at
Yeah.
I see what 3 platinums, 1 gold, and a black
Uh,
one.
it's 4 platinum and 1 diamond. No, not
Oh,
for
oh, 4 platinum.
Okay.
Okay.
what the
Hey,
heck?
I'm all believing you because hey,
It's
I'm
like,
like,
yeah.
yeah. Well,
Nice.
Right? Oh my
You know, it's just it feels good. I mean,
yeah,
just a reminder, you know, to have it that accomplishment.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, no doubt.
so that was my week
Because
of thinking this stuff, and um,
That's
you know,
what's up. I'm happy for you,
yeah,
Fred.
to
that
be
was
truthful, it's what you did on there and whatever you did and put together. That's not
it.
created very easy, bro.
Oh,
It
no,
takes
yeah,
time. You have to write the songs, the music, the lyrics, everything.
oh yeah,
That's time consuming, and you got to put it together.
oh,
Because
very time
I tried
consuming.
dabbling with stuff like that a while back, and it's a lot, and you have to
Oh
know a
yeah,
lot.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So yeah, hey,
Good
to
stuff.
you,
Thank
Fred.
you, thank you,
Yeah,
thank you, thank you. Yeah, I've been,
I love you.
thank you.
Yes, thanks. Hit the
Yes.
thumbs
saludos,
up.
thanks.
Like,
All right. House of Tattoos, Dear Made Radio. What do you got for us? What was your week like?
My week was busy. Was busy with the dogs, working on my truck, working with this guy down the street here. And Saturday, I remember I think I was told you I was gonna have a dinner made, and the person got ill, wasn't feeling good, so we postponed it until yesterday. So I had some homemade chili rellenos and some
I
a
know
little
you
bit of
love
rice
yes.
and man, I'm a sucker for chili rellenos, man. I ain't gonna lie.
oh,
Damn.
You
you and
know?
I are alike. You and I
Yeah,
are alike.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
And with the sauce on there, the red sauce on top, and
You
then
gotta
like,
have, yeah, I have to
oh,
have
hold
sauce
on,
on mine.
hold on.
I was getting burritos.
But and other than that, just keeping busy, working on a project, doing my artwork and stuff like that. As for going anywhere, walking to the park with the dogs. And I took the dogs for a cruise, and it's funny because Pearl before she was real. She's always, I mean, she likes going in the car. She'll be in her little bucket that I have her in right there by the side, and I
Yeah.
have them both in it. But now she's going up on the window and chilling. But I strap them both down so that I know that they can't jump, because Big Dog did take a flight. You remember?
yeah.
Remember.
Yeah,
I
he did Super Dog, with out the window, man. So, I've been taking the dogs out, taking for a drive, and they like it, and she's really enjoying it. Yeah,
That's
Nice.
what's up. I love
yeah,
that.
They're getting older.
Yeah.
yeah.
Shout out to Big Stumps, our contest winner of the round
Big
two contest.
stumps.
Yeah, that's right. Thank you for sharing that.
Saludos, Jaime.
I never asked nobody like share what any contest we've had, but I appreciate that you shared it Stumps, and let everybody know that we made good on it. And that
Yeah.
we should love
What's
back.
up,
So
Nobi Lightning?
everyone. That's right.
Oh yeah. Hey man,
Much
you know what?
Yeah,
I would
go
say I
ahead.
gotta say this real quick, guys. I hello. I'm a big old carnivore, bro. I'm a big old carnivore. But if I had to choose the life of a vegetarian or vegan, I don't know. I'm not really into all that. But if I had to choose that kind of life, I could live off chili rellenos, bro. Like no man.
Uh,
Right?
After this, I'm gonna go
Same
get me
here.
to me somewhere else. Like damn. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's
And there's
awesome.
different ways you can make them. You can
Yeah,
pick. What is that? What's that Mexican thing that pico? That what is it?
pico de gallo.
No, it's a
No.
pico with steak and
with the carne molida.
steak picado. Is that
Oh,
what it
Yeah.
is?
yeah.
Picado. Yeah, I think it's steak, some kind of steak picado or something,
Let me-
or you could use a cheese, and
Oh
they
yeah.
put Oaxaca cheese in there, and I
Oh yeah.
never tried it, but it's good. I normally had them with what do you call that? Monterey Jack, I think it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that cheese was real good. I mean, good flavor to it. I mean, oh
Oh
my god,
man.
I was like, stop.
Hey,
Okay.
so that's a big stop.
Like the next
Press.
time you throw, we gotta put together a little cook off, and everybody
Oh.
brings something.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
I like them. I like chile rellenos and burritos
Yeah.
We have a spot right here
with
that
rice.
make them so bomb right here too. And
Bomb.
the line is always so long.
Choritos?
Yeah, burritos.
Yes.
You know it. You knew what I was
Yes.
talking about. Yes.
Yeah, I think it was called picadillo, Jaime. I think that's what they call it. Yeah.
If you live in our area over here in the Salinas Valley, you gotta go to Charitos for burritos, man. That's hands down, man. They're done smaller though, but they are bomb. They are bomb.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
they are. That's what's up. Good to see
You
you.
know,
Ryan.
you know when I go up north,
Yeah.
I'm like I've been up north a few times because my family lives up there,
Uh-huh.
and they always recognize you're from the south or something. And you could just
Really?
tell. You look, you know,
Yeah.
yeah,
Really?
and it's like doo, 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 you know.
That's
I don't
Just,
know.
Do you know why? Do you know why that is? Or
yeah, well, maybe because of the cars I was driving,
Hmm.
a blue Lincoln Town car with hydraulics and with
That would
it
do
had
it.
bullet holes. It had bullet hole stickers on the side.
Oh, I used to have those stickers on my old car.
Yeah. Then my nephew takes me through an area where I they're just rolling deep and looking hard, man. I'm like, man, we're gonna get me killed, bro. I don't.
I used to have those on my car before, right? And you know what? I got pulled over in Beverly Hills one time. I was over there, that whoop, whoop. I was like, oh man. I said, hey, those aren't real good. Yeah, we felt them. He goes, what are you doing here? I was like, man, I was in a Toyota Corolla, dude. They pulled me over in Beverly Hills. And he goes, you might want to go back. He goes, because he saw my license. He goes, yeah. And he goes, where are you staying at? I go, I'm staying in Studio City. He goes, oh, okay. He goes, get on the freeway right here, whatever.
oh,
I started going, and I'm like, wait a minute, I'm going back home. Like I went back. I was like, man, this dude he sent me back over here. I was like, so I went back to the hotel. I was like, man, it was funny.
You know what?
back in
What's
the day,
good?
cops used to do that shit too. They pull us over and going to Costa Mesa, they would pull us carloads over, tell us go back to where we came from. If we were smart back then, we would have said,
Yeah. See, I was like, okay,
back
whatever.
over there, we have rights, you know.
Yeah.
Really, Jaime? That's
yeah.
crazy. He says he went. I'm sorry, but this is cool. Vegetarian for 8.5 years and vegan for 3 of those years. How was it?
I don't even know what
Yeah, I want to know. So vegetarians can still, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, eat cheese and like eggs, but vegans don't eat any product that is even created from an animal. So no milk.
It's all like plant-based, kind of just plant.
Yeah.
And drink. Welcome,
Saludos,
welcome.
Big D.
Hey, much thanks to you.
Good to see you. Much appreciated.
Oh, nice. Hey, there you go. Shout out to Beanboat, man.
That's right.
I met Dinkin. I met.
That's right. So this is I don't know, maybe a crude intro for it. But speaking of double D's, you'll never believe what I had to do this last week.
Okay. Oh man.
I had my very first mammogram. Sorry to burst the bubble, guys.
Oh.
It is the month of Save the Tatas, ladies, and it's important that we do that. I had my very first one. All was well. It was a little awkward making eye contact with another woman like that while she's smashing you into a machine. But I survived too. So
Oh.
This is like your first one. Because it's the month.
This was my first one, so I was very. I did record little clips, but I don't know that I'll ever post it. I mean, myself before I went in the changing room after I put the robe. But you know what tripped me out?
Monica.
You went to a room. They're like, okay, put your stuff in this locker, put this robe on, facing the open part in front, and then come on out into this area, the spa area, and relax. So I come out. And I go into the room to relax. There's like 15 other broads in there. I'm like, we're all in robes. We're just like staring at each other like this, And not only that, there was guys in there doing construction work. I'm like, oh, this is really
They're all like, hey, good day to come to work.
The moderators I'm there.
Oh,
Right?
shoot.
Yeah, it was a little awkward, but
Oh,
hey,
man.
they were doing their job. They didn't make it awkward at all. It was just my first time there, so it was funny. But the lady that did the actual exam, she was super sweet. I didn't catch her name, but she really put me at ease because I was very nervous. I don't know, maybe just my first one, but I was very nervous, and she put me at ease, was telling me some funny stories. That always helps. I feel like you're in a situation where it's like kind of nerve-wracking. If they tell you something with humor, oh, she was making me laugh. So it went well, and shout out to her. Like I said, didn't catch her name, but it was
That's cool.
a good experience, I guess you could say, considering it was what it was. So that's what I wanted to say. This is the month of National Breast Cancer Awareness. So I didn't know that when I went in. So I got a little gift bag she gave me. But you know how there's like an awareness month for everything now? I was like, in my phone, I Googled what was the awareness month for. So it said National Breast Cancer Awareness, DV, just awareness, cybersecurity awareness, ADHD awareness, awareness month for pregnancy and infant loss, spinal bifida awareness, SIDS awareness, and national physical therapy awareness, all in October. So I guess there's everything, right? And all those things in October. So all of those things, you guys handle it.
Hey, when's old man awareness, man? We get old man awareness.
Oldenitis. That's
oldenitis awareness, huh?
I'm glad everything's okay though, Jen. I really I know it's kind of an awkward topic, but glad everything's okay.
One thing is breast cancer hits men too, right?
Yeah.
Because there's a guy down the street here, and he had a surgery because he had something on him. Yeah.
Yes, it happens to men as well. Like men, I mean, it doesn't mean they have. There is breast tissue in all human beings. Like, it doesn't mean they have literal, like, noticeable breast, but breast tissue is in every human being. I mean, in some way. So yeah, you have to check up on that.
Where's your pink shirt at, brother?
Hey, you know what, guys? I gotta make a correction. I want to shout out to Love Grace for sending me the G-Lou video. That was awesome. I really appreciate it. Yeah.
Hey,
I'm celebrating it. I look pink. I don't know if it's
Jen, speaking before we get into it, speaking of what you're talking about, I can kind of read. Excuse me. Yes. I can kind of relate to it. And I'll make it short. No pun intended. I had to go in one time to get my bladder checked, right? And there's only one way in. And it was not a good experience. It's just like, that's all I'll say. It was just awkward, kind of like.
I did that years ago, bro, and the lady was right there, and you're just like this, and she's right there. You know what I'm saying? And she's just,
bro.
And I'm like, okay, I'm just thinking, like, okay, put your mind somewhere else.
I showed up to work the next day in sweats. And I went and talked to the superintendent, and we went in the office, guys, and I told him, and he was like, hey, you know what? Come in sweats. I told him, you need to come in sweats. And he was kind of hunched over after, like, oh, well, yeah. They go, hey, how did it go? How did your appointment go? I feel like I got abducted by aliens. Like, I'll leave it at that, guys. Anyways.
I'm going to get too graphic and stuff like that, but.
No, right. Yeah. No, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it might sound some kind of way, but for all of us, like, who need to do that at a certain point in time, take care of yourself. It's
yes, for sure. I've been doing that test for years.
You know what it was like. Yeah.
Yeah, like 6th grade wearing a,
All right, right on.
I won't say this place, but.
Congrats to Big D. That's right, for hitting 1K on his channel.
Oh, nice.
Right. I feel like 1K,
a lot of congratulations.
That's right.
It's good to see Bean Loke in here too, man. Shout out to you, my brother.
No.
It's awesome to see him in here.
Sure, me and Brenda were at that summer nights, and we were like, "Oh yeah, we have traviesos, and we come out on the round table, and we were just like we were pushing our channels, man. It was fun.
All right, yeah.
Shout out to Incredible Javier Cricket, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did a line a line. My tia Gloria came back for a quick line, but she died, but she came back in a. I wanted to.
She came back in the vision or something.
Yeah.
Never know what you might see or hear. So shout out to Incredible Javier. You guys make sure and check out Traviesos.
Definitely.
And he's doing lives again when he gets the opportunity. I noticed, which is cool.
He's so tired.
I miss Cricket. He's cool people, man. Cricket's cool people.
You know what? Yeah, man, that guy works so much, bro, and he's such a good guy. You know what I mean? He's
a hardworking man, man. You got to. When you're young, work and
It's good to see that, like taking care of your family, managing. It's good to see, and it's encouraging to see someone like doing. That's what we do. That's real life.
Yeah.
So
he's doing something.
I'd rather watch something like that, like somebody's life taking place, and you know what I mean, showing a little bit of family stuff, a little bit of work, this, that, the other, and a life here and there.
That right there is life in general, right there. That's life.
Yes.
All right, guys, we got a topic I'm going to get to.
Let's get into it.
Okay, so this is a really sad topic. Yesterday morning out in San Antonio, Texas. So I guess the mom, she not the mom, the babysitter, the caregiver. She left the baby, a 1-year-old, with her 13-year-old, and she had 3 pit bulls, right? And the pit bulls got into her. They came in the house and pushed the door open, jumped on the babies, and the girl, and started just biting them. Wow. And the girl, the 13-year-old, she, so they said basically like it was like tug of war with them, right? And she ran into the bathroom and she was trying to like hold the door, barricade the door. But these dogs are they were what are they called? They were Mastiff? No, they weren't Mastiff. They were like, those stocky ones.
Yeah.
Like,
okay. Yeah, I know which one.
They're kind of low to the ground, right? They're real heavy.
They're like bullies. They call them bullies,
yeah. So there was 3 bullies, and so she ran into the bathroom, and then they freaking knocked the door down and started biting them again, right? So she leaves the baby in the bathroom and runs to the bed to get her phone, calls 911. She goes back and they're again they're tug of warring with she's kicking the dogs, trying to get them off of the baby, and grab hold of the baby, and just like they started biting her, right? So anyway, so then the news, they show up, they go take the baby to the hospital, they take her to emergency, they go, and news was, all day I was listening because I wanted to like hear what happened, and come to find out baby was in critical condition. The dogs has got his throat.
Jugular,
yeah. And so then right now I'm listening to what the news, and the baby passed away, you guys. He ended up doing some injuries
for the family.
And they arrested the babysitter because she left them. She wasn't there. They don't know how long she was gone.
Wow.
But they show her in handcuffs, and she puts her head down. She put her head down, just like walked to the car, said nothing. And of course the animal control got the dogs, 3 dogs, and what happens when the dogs bite.
I think something similar to that happened not too long ago. I seen it, and they actually put those people, the owners of the dog, in jail for a long time, for years.
Yeah. Now she's going for now it's gonna be murder now. Before it was just like something injury, a bodily injury, whatever. But now she's going to
they're gonna
time.
Yeah. You know, there was a lady down the street here. She had her pit bulls, right? She had two of them, and she had them in the back, but she left somewhere. Excuse me. She chained them up, you know, because these dogs were pretty big and vicious, right? So she had them on chains, and they had a dog house. One went and jumped on top of the dog house, and it was pretty high. He got up there, and the dog did something, and ended up falling over and choked himself, and yeah, and the dog would just like, I guess, died. So what did they do? Somebody seen it and they reported it. I guess one of their neighbors, and they arrested him, took him to jail.
Oh wow.
But yeah, but they're getting pretty heavy on stuff like that. You know, that if it's your animal or stuff like that, you'll be facing some time.
And you know what's a trick is they showed the dogs getting escorted out of the house, right? And they're wagging their tail. The cop's just holding them by the back of his
skin part.
There's two dogs that I really don't trust because I have bad experiences with pit bulls and chows, and but like Siberian Huskies and Huskies like that, they're good dogs. I mean, I never had a problem with that.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, you got two kinds of pit bulls. You got that pit bull that's raised to fight and bite, and then you got the loving. Now, my papa and this one right here, they're so loving.
Yeah.
But he's more protective. My papa was just chill, and he would just like. He was just with me all the time. He was a baby, but this one, he's a couple of years older than him. This one's a like right now, he'll let me know if somebody comes, you know, the gate. He'll start barking.
You know, one time what's that?
I've been hearing a lot of these stories lately. There was a case recently where something similar happened with an elderly, couple, and they were dropping off, her husband's clothes. They were, I think, close to their 80s, if not 80 years old. And they were dropping off his pants to be hemmed. And the lady who they were dropping them off to, she had issues with a neighbor, similar to like I have, with just unruly dogs, and they refused to contain them.
Yeah.
And sadly, the lady was attacked. Her husband came to defend her, and he lost his life doing so.
Yeah, I think I've seen that one. I seen that one.
Was charged, and they got like 18 years apiece.
Oh yeah, couple.
No.
It was a guy and girl, huh?
One time I was at this one job, and go ahead, Denise. I'm sorry.
Well, there's just the other one that was they were walking the dog, the little chow. It looked like a little dog. They were walking it, and the pit bull came charging after them, and the lady picked up the dog real quick, and she's like, oh, and he's like snapping at her, and she yells and the husband turns around, he like starts kicking the dog to get away from them, right? And she's yelling at the owner, get your dog, like, and then he comes running over and grabs the dog. But thank God he didn't get the puppy, or them.
Yeah. Let me tell you this story real quick. I had to go collect some money at my job, right? And so I had to go to the houses and collect money. And so I went up to this one because they were behind on their bill. So I knocked on the door. And then when I knocked on the door, I always put my foot right in front of the door. So in case the dogs come and they push it open, right? So I put my foot there. And all of a sudden, here comes this pit bull, bam, right there. And I held the door there. So I'm all like pushing on the door. It says, ma'am, I'm here to collect for this bill, blah, 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 whatever, right? So she comes to the door and she goes, hold on a second. I said, okay. And so I said, okay, so she's going to pay her bill, right? So I'm standing out there in the front, and it was an enclosed, what do you call that? Porch. Okay. So I'm just looking around like this, waiting for her to come back. And I'm saying, it's kind of like taking a little bit of time. And then I'm just looking around, and there's just happened to be a bar with a sharp point on it, like an arrow on the bottom. It's like a stake, pretty much. So I looked and I says, man, something's funny. Something's just not right. So I picked up that bar and I had it in my hand like this, right? And I had it in my left hand. And so the dog came around the corner, and here he comes charging at me. She let him go out of the back door because I guess she didn't want to pay her bill. So and I says, "Ma'am, your dog's loose." And as soon as coming, so as he started getting closer to me, I put it in because my right hand is more strong. I'm right-handed, so I put the thing in my right hand real quick, and I went like this to the dog, and I put my hand right here, and he went to lunge for my hand, and when he did, I was ready to shank him, and she just happened to catch it at the right time because I had babas on my hand, Because and then when I went like that and I pulled back and she called him and he stopped real quick, man. I said, but she tried to let the dog out on me, man. But I'm sorry, I swear I would have been bitten, but that dog would have been dead. I ain't gonna lie, the dog would have been dead because and she did it intentional because when she took off and she let him out of the bag and she didn't pay her bill.
Imagine she did that and you, God forbid, were to be hurt or worse.
Yeah.
You could have been charged, and she let it out on
the bill.
I had to wash my hand because my hand was full of babas from that dog, man. And I was like, he was ready to chomp. And I went like that. And then I pulled real quick because I had good reflexes, But I said, I'm going to stick this hand because I know he's going to go for this hand. And I'm just going to whack him with this one, And so I moved it real quick and I got the ball and I was ready to do it. And she stopped him like that, And I was like, what the hell? But she did it intentional because she knew what was going on.
It would have been cheaper just to pay the bill, dude.
Right. It would have costed her. Yeah, it would have cost because But I'm glad nothing happened.
Oh yeah.
And rest in peace to that little child, and God forbid that's terrible.
Prayers out to the family for that. I worry about that a lot. My daughter got bit in the back of the head with the child. She had to get stitches. And that was a family member's dog, And so when I told him, hey man, all she did is she was about 3 years old, and she just went to hold the dog like this, and he turned around and just bit her. And this was my brother-in-law at the time, and he says, "Oh wow, she shouldn't be doing this and that." I was pissed, man. Yeah. But to make a long story short, I mean, she got stitches and everything. We didn't talk, but later on in the years, the dog turned on him. Bit him up big time, and he passed out on the floor in the front of the yard. And I said, "See, that dog's name, it was a chow, and his name was Chemo, right?" But I took him one time because he got out, and I had to go get him because my mother-in-law said the dog took off. So I was chasing him, and I found him in an alley. So when I was going in the alley, he was going in circles trying to catch this little dog. So he had the dog. He finally caught the dog, and when he caught the dog, I wanted to break him up, so I was just nailing him and just like boom, hitting him in the face and nailing him. I hit him about 2 or 3 times, but on the third time, I really went bam, and he let go of the dog, and the dog ran. But I was afraid he was going to turn on me, but he didn't. But I socked that dog up, and I told him, "Okay, hey, take your dog."
Cows, man, they go for the back of your feet too.
I said, I know he's probably gonna. They turned on me, but I said I was lucky, but I says I don't know. I didn't want to. That dog was gonna get mauled, So I just tried to, boom, just hit him a few times,
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah.
Crazy stuff. But we might get to that in a moment, Kultura. We'll touch on it briefly. I didn't watch the whole thing live.
What's on what?
Debate. I don't know if you guys watched it. The VP debate.
Yeah. They were pretty civil, you guys. I'll tell you that right now. They were pretty civil with each other. They didn't really cap on each other.
See, that debate right there is how the debate should really be. Yeah. They were complimenting each other. Yep. You know what I'm saying?
They were feeding back off each other.
They were complimenting each other, and I agree with this. I disagree with that. Which is that's a good one. There's no, there was things thrown back and forth, but it was civilized, and that's how they should be, the debates, not like they're eating the cats and dogs, and stuff like that, or I didn't want to go there.
So I caught on to the same thing. I think we were live that day, right? So I went back.
I watched it afterwards. Yeah.
And I can, props to them for doing the whole, like you said, being complimentary of, hey, I agree with you on this part, so we can at least, meet there on something. That's.
I have a question though. what do you think about because a lot of people when they get out they start talking differently. Okay, uh,
Sure.
there's the people that are doing the interviewing and they're doing fact checks as they go along.
Right.
You know, so some things ain't up to par, and they're not telling the truth. You know,
Yeah.
but then when they do that, they think, oh, they're taking their side, they're taking the either Republican side or the Democrat side, and this and
Yeah.
that. No, but let's put the truth out there. You know,
No,
let's
yeah.
put the truth out there, and don't fight amongst each other. Just let's, we could be a great country, a real great country, if we just come across the boards and work together. You know what I'm saying? Rather than doing the opposite and blaming each other and money. It's all about money and
Well, yeah,
power.
they have to be our examples, They have to be the examples
Yeah,
to people, and
it's completely changed. Jen, I don't know if you've seen that, but I sent you that thing on who what's her name is Liz Cheney.
Yeah.
Okay, Liz Cheney, she went up there and went to Kamala Harris's thing and told them, but she's speaking the truth. She's a Republican. She's a diehard Republican, but the Republican people now these days are Trumpsters. They're MAGA Republicans, but she's a true Republican, and she's supporting Kamala Harris,
So
but
she's
what I
right?
appreciate about her is she has the courage to stand up for what's right in the Constitution and stuff, and she's not looking, I got this in store for me. She's doing it because she really has good morals and stuff. That's why I says vote for Liz Cheney for president. Heck, she's a Republican. I don't care.
Right. Is she the daughter of the former vice
Yeah,
president?
yeah. Even no, he's the former president is voting for and supporting
Ah,
Kamala Harris as well.
okay. I was wondering about the last name, so that's why.
Yeah. Hey, but I won't go too further in there, but digging deep and really seeing things that are going on in the world and about power and control and who's communicating with each other. And that's not good because it's not good. It's a power really right now. It's
Yeah.
power
We
trip.
gotta watch everything for
Yeah.
sure.
What did you say? What did Cafe say?
Thoughts on my flica? You look like
What flica?
the one
Flica.
he's got right here, the new flica right there.
Oh yes.
Oh, his picture?
Like a caveman.
What do you guys think of what's going on in Florida and all that? Hurricane.
Oh man, that's crazy.
That's sad. They're saying we have no more money to help in. FEMA's done. They don't have money. I'm like, okay, but they gave Ukraine all this money, right? Like, what the hell?
People are saying, let me see this picture. Let me pop this up here and we'll read this and then we'll just give our input. So breaking, this was several hours ago, so things could have changed. But Hurricane Milton underwent one of the fastest rapid intensifications ever in the Atlantic. It is now a catastrophic Category 5 storm with 175 mile per hour winds heading for Florida. Not a single weather model predicted the storm would strengthen this quickly. The Gulf of Mexico is so warm that the prediction model couldn't predict how strong Milton has gotten so quickly.
Wow.
That's
Crazy.
very concerning. My prayers, obviously, to everyone in the area that it's going to affect. I guess it's like is it the western coast of Florida that it's going in on?
This is a double whammy. They just were hit with Helena, and but this one, what they were saying is the hurricane normally goes from like the southern to the north, right? This one's traveling north. What is it? Northeast. And they said the last time it's done that and hit Florida was about 28 years ago or something like that, somewhere around there. Yeah, and because it doesn't normally go that route, and that's which way it's heading. They're saying it's going to downsize to a Category 3, but that's still powerful,
Yeah.
And
coming right off of that other, like you said,
yeah. So it's.
I think there was a video.
Crazy.
Go ahead, Fred, if you had something.
Myself?
Yeah. Did you have something?
Oh yeah. Actually, a couple of things. Well, first, we'll get to the nitty gritty of it, but Uh, you know what? Let me say this as a disclaimer. I go on. I'm looking at videos. A lot of the stuff now, I noticed that it's become almost like remember the tabloid magazines where
Yeah.
everything's all
Yeah.
a lot of the news is like that now from a lot of people. It's clickbait, and stuff. But oh, darn it, excuse me, guys, I'm sorry. Um, I did see an interview a while back with Tupac Shakur's brother, Mopreme, and when they caught Keefy D,
Right.
and he had said that he wanted the family wants the case open again due to that situation, which
I was hearing that. Yeah.
yeah, which leads back into the whole Diddy thing,
Yeah.
and uh, also Albie Sure is said to want to open the Kim Porter case as well because they're saying that there's a lot of foul play there. A lot of the people, a lot of people are coming forward. More news has come out. They got, I think, over 100 and something new witnesses and stuff like, or victims or whatnot, that were underage at the time for Diddy. They're starting to say now that the baby oil in the house was laced, or maybe it wasn't baby oil, it was some other stuff like that contained like horse tranquilizer stuff in it. That's what the word is. That they're saying.
Wow. If
So
that
that's
be
why
the case, that's crazy.
they
That's
come to
wild.
like they said, it's not illegal to have baby oil. Why would they take it? There was an obvious reason for it. They took it because it was probably laced. So they're not saying that yet at this point. Um, Now the other king disclaimer, guys, it was on another channel. Former bodyguard to Diddy and Biggie, Gene Deal spoke on another channel talking about how he got his name, Diddy, and he said that Biggie actually started calling him Diddy because they were pressuring over a conversation about publishing and marketing, and that Biggie was laughing, saying, yeah, Diddy," like, "No, I didn't do that, Diddy," and he's calling him Diddy, laughing. He took the name and ran with it. And again, this is from Gene Deal's story. Okay, it's not his disclaimer. Diddy is actually the name for those of you who may not know. You guys can research it, Google it. It's from the game Donkey Kong, and it's a small little monkey. It's called
Mm.
Diddy Kong, and I researched it. I looked it up. I googled it, and yeah, it came up. So uh, yeah. So
Actually,
let's say that Biggie already knew something and was basically calling him, a little monkey because he was making fun of him. Um, so yeah, that's really the story, and it came straight from Gene Deal. That's not me saying it. That came from him.
I
Um,
seen it.
so there's more stuff. There's more stuff coming up, man. There's a lot of stuff coming up. What Biggie knew, I mean, God only knows. I know there
So
was. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
in that video, they're basically, kind of talking that bodyguard, right? And he's
Yes.
saying, like, pretty much breaking it down, like Biggie was basically kind of clowning uh,
Yeah.
Diddy, using that name to sort of insult him.
Yes.
But there was a conflict over the publishing and stuff of a
Very
Biggie's
It,
music
it,
or stuff, right? How does that work? I mean,
the publishing thing, you mean?
yeah.
What probably happened with Record Records, he um he gave his publishing to Bad Boy Entertainment. And what happens is that's again like what I told you guys before, the little cards and stuff.
Yeah.
That's not giving somebody your bank account, because that's you're gonna receive royalty checks from that. So the label's receiving royalty checks of that to recoup from their expenses,
Yeah.
but they keep their money. That money goes to the artist. That's a whole separate issue. Um,
Right.
they used to do it until independent companies started doing. started doing things the right way. Um, so yeah, he was keeping his like he did to Mace. He kept his publishing as well. So he's getting money and he's fucking and everything. Basically stealing from him. So they were talking
That,
about that, and they
yeah,
said that when Biggie told him that to insult, like you said, to insult him, they didn't get it. He didn't get it where Biggie was going with it. He's insulting him. So
Mhm.
yeah, man, I mean the story it gets deeper. It's getting deeper now. You start to
yeah,
see the true colors come out of it.
that's crazy.
So,
That
He
created
had
a lot of
a hurricane story.
no, we're talking about the Diddy story about when
I had
well,
something on the
well,
hurricane though. I had something on the hurricane story.
give
oh,
it
I
okay.
don't
to
know if
her.
you guys. I don't know if you guys seen it, but a private helicopter. There was two people stranded, right? Older people. They were stranded for 2 days, and they had only water, like a bottle of water and some chips. And so a private helicopter went by, and they waved them down. They had put SOS on the floor with rocks. So he saw them. He went down and he started talking to them. He said, "I can only take one of you at a time." He only had 2 seats in his helicopter. So the lady jumps in. He takes her back, and what you call it? The I guess FEMA or the sheriffs or whoever was in charge of that flight zone told him, "Hey man, you can't be going back over there. Like you can't bring people back. There's a process." And he's like, "What?" He's like, "They're stranded out there." And he goes, "Well," the guy goes, "There's a process. He was a firefighter or some chief of something, right? Telling this guy that." And the guy was like, "I don't get it. They're stranded out there. He has no food, nothing. I can't go back to get him." And they're like, "Nope, he has to wait." So he's like, "What?" So then the wife the wife's tripping. She's like, "I want my husband. I want him back. I want him here. He needs help." Um, and goes back and he goes, "I can't take you back." He goes, "They're not going to let me take you right now." So he had to go tell him, right, so that the man could know. So he goes over there and tells him that, "I can't take you back. That there's a lot of red tape that we got to go through." And the man's like, "Huh?" He's like, "Nah, just take me back." He's like, "I can't." So he leaves, and then it was like 8 or 9 hours before they got to him again to bring him back. Finally, he was reunited with his wife. But can you believe that shit? You can't go and you can't just go. In
Yeah,
other words, you have to have permission. You have to go through all the red tape. And by then, who even knows if you're gonna be alive? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, chances. Yeah.
It's a bunch of bullcrap. I was like, man, the helicopter, the private helicopter
yeah.
guy was like, I couldn't believe what they were telling me.
I mean,
He was like,
if they found people that they shouldn't be a problem, the mission is to save them,
yeah.
right? That's I mean, I would assume. I mean, I'm just,
Oh, and he goes, the private helicopter tells the chief or whatever, he tells him, "Oh, but people can fly in and drop supplies off with no problem." Like, did you guys hear about Dolly Parton?
No.
Mm-mm.
She went and she dropped off water, food, like in her own helicopter. Not her herself, but in her own
Yeah.
helicopter, she had them fly over there and drop supplies off. Dolly Parton was the only one that did that.
well,
Wow. Yeah, she
Yeah.
has a big she has her what Dolly Land or Dolly something over there, where she does a
Oh,
lot
is
of
it in Florida?
I'm
Yeah.
not
like
even sure where
I
she came
want to
from or
see.
what,
It was
but
like a neighboring state, but she does a lot of charity for her Appalachian, like where she grew up at. So
yeah.
she
Wow.
has
It was sad though. That was a sad story that I just was like,
that is. You know what?
Yeah, Jojo has a good point right there, and I've been watching this flying thing. It's because of the airspace, and you could
yeah.
crash.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes I was watching a lady flying,
Yeah.
and as how much they have to keep communication with the traffic controller, the TC. And so, yeah, you got to be careful because certain levels, you could be at 5,000 feet or whatever. So, yeah,
I mean,
that's a
that's
good
true,
one
but
right
they
there.
didn't mention they didn't mention that fly zone thing. They really didn't
Yeah, but
mention it to him.
me personally, I'm thinking, okay, she could just fly her helicopter in there, but you have to go by there's laws, there's laws and
Yeah.
stuff
Yeah.
that you have to go abide by, because if you do wrong, from what I've been watching, this one chick, I've been watching this YouTube channel, she's flying planes by herself and doing a podcast, right? I mean a YouTube channel. So if you do something wrong, they'll call you over the radio and tell you, when you get back in, give me a phone call. And when they tell you that, you're in
So
trouble.
yeah.
You're in trouble. Just like when Trump's plane flew off
Nice.
course to Washington and then cut around, they called them up and says, because that was something they give you a pattern, a flight pattern you have to follow, you
To
know.
it.
Yeah, you have to stick to it.
Yeah,
That's
man.
Yeah.
What
I
were you
did
saying
hear a
again?
story that sounded like that, Denise. Then it was a sad. I don't know the fact checking of it, so I don't want to say for sure. But I heard something on another YouTube channel where there was a gentleman on his roof, like waving for help, and I supposedly, allegedly, I'll say it like that just to be safe. Whoever was flying that helicopter was told, "Do not. You're not given. You know what I mean? The airspace, whatever, to get him. You have to turn around." And if this story is true, allegedly, like I said,
Yeah.
he turned around at the direction of whoever was telling him what to do. And when he went back, the water was already over uh, that trailer home or park
That's
area where the guy and his mother were waiting
And
for
they
him.
passed away. I heard that they passed away, huh, Jen?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you're
I
right.
heard of the grandparents and the little boy that was standing on the roof.
Oh, Lorena. Yeah.
Standing on the roof, waiting for help. The roof collapsed and they passed. They were passed.
That's crazy.
There was an earthquake over here not too long ago, 4.0, like 18 miles from here, 3 o'clock in the morning, somewhere around there. I didn't even feel it. I was
You
out. I
guys
was like,
got one too. Yeah,
I
we
was,
had one 4.5 or 4.7 the week before, and then you guys got that one.
yeah.
It's,
I'd rather deal with the earthquakes, right? And unless it's not the big one, than the
yeah,
floods. 'Cause look at these people. The first Helena that passed through, the water level was pretty high, and you can see the lines on their walls. Everything's destroyed. They're piling up everywhere. Now
Yeah.
they're going to be hit with another one that's worse.
Oh yeah.
Man.
If not
I-
already.
They
to
lost
hear
power, internet, and everything, man. Like no
Yeah.
communication whatsoever.
Yeah.
Over 300, I think, already.
yeah, and it's something to hear. Like, so let's, those of us who are praying people, be praying for these people, because from what I understand, supposedly by tomorrow, well, I mean, it's probably almost 2 days there because 3 hours difference.
Yeah.
At 3 p.m., they're expecting this hurricane to make landfall.
Yeah.
And from
Wow.
the people who were speaking about it, they said that there were some of them that were tearing up even. So that just kind of gives you a feel of how real this is. If the officials are getting
Yeah.
visibly, emotional. She said, basically, imagine your roof or your ceiling is what, like 9 feet? And these water levels are supposedly going to be like 12 to 15 feet. So that's clearly
Above.
higher than the ceiling in your home.
Yeah. I was watching the news about the storm, and they were describing it like, how they have the patterns of which it's going to go. It's kind of
Yeah.
wobbly, they're saying, right? And as it
Mhm.
travels through, they're kind of depicting it like being going across these cities, or a part of Florida. But the one they say it's kind of like they may not get hit, or they'll get hit with the very bottom of it. They're not
Yeah.
doing nothing. The mayor says, pack your stuff, leave, evacuate. And some people are just walking around like nothing on the beach, chilling. And they're telling them, because if you've seen the traffic, it's already backed up.
Yes.
And the guy was stating, if they don't leave now, they're not going to make it by that time.
Yeah.
They're not going to be able to evacuate. And
Yeah.
and the mayor was saying, because of you really don't know the direction of that. It could change immediately and go and switch one direction, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
In all reality, it can. I always think back of that movie, and I realize it was a movie, but there's got to be some validity to it. You know what I mean? That what was it called, Twister, where those storm chasers,
Oh yeah.
followed a tornado, and they
Yes.
would, and I guess they used this sort of technology. They released those, I don't know, balls of like something to follow the wind, and I remember them literally storm chasers is what they are. And it can move so quickly from one direction to another. Just you can't like thoroughly predict the path of the weather, but you know, if you're being told to evacuate, I highly encourage that you listen to that and follow that. If they're wrong, so be it. If your home is in disarray when you come back, fine. If your home's not there, fine. Just leave with your life. Because everything that's on this earth can be replaced except for you.
Exactly, Jen. You're right. You know, hey, hats off to salute to those people, the military people that have to fly into the storms, man. I seen that, and they were hitting some rocky areas, man, because it was that bad. 180-mile-per-hour winds. Yeah.
Imagine that.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
That is wild.
Yeah, it makes you think too, though. Like, I mean, I'm just going a little bit different here. The insurance over there in that part of the world, you know, like, imagine how many claims you have, you know, every winter time or whatever. Like, it's just, I mean, I don't know. I mean, let me put it like this: do you guys think it's even livable like that when you have to go through that every year?
You know what? You know that you just said that, Fred. I was listening to a lady. They were interviewing her, and she was talking about this happens like every year. You know, because it's like a hurricane season, and when it's there, they always get hit. You know, but is it worth living there? She was saying. You know, it's because their stuff they have to move all the time. You know, they have to evacuate or leave. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. Man.
It's kind of. Right. I mean, you know, I'm not being disrespectful. I'm just asking because it's like, you know, you think about it, what are you doing here? You know what I mean? If it's going to continue, you know?
Yeah.
But, I mean,
you know, it is. A lot of the people who lived in what is the one that happened in like New Orleans? Remember that big one?
Katrina? Was it Katrina?
Yeah. We even got a lot of the people who kind of like transplanted from that area that settled here in this area and never went back. They were so traumatized by that experience that they never went back. I've heard that there's some experiences that really do. There's just land that they never went back to because it's so traumatizing. And I can imagine. That's why I put the question, not as a funny question or derogatory in any way, but the comment that's pinned in this live is, you know, which would you fear most, an earthquake or hurricane? Just out of curiosity.
Yeah. You know,
I'd say hurricane.
Yeah. For me, I feel the same.
Yeah, hurricane. The wind, the lightnings, crazy. You know, just like getting back to the football game. Look at the weather system going through there. They had to postpone that game, you know?
Yeah, let's get to
Yeah.
You're all right. Let's get to it, huh? Let's get to it, huh?
Hold on. Guys.
For real. Prayers for everyone over there. Yeah. Get out when you can, and you know, God willing, yes, everything will be fine. So I mean, you guys basically, we've got the ultimate Cowboys fan and the ultimate Steelers fan right here. And there was a football game that happened this last weekend, and I'm not trying to be funny. I just want to get a little feel for what went down because I didn't get to catch the entirety of the game.
Who wants to go first?
You want to say that again?
Why don't you go first, Casa?
Hey, okay. Well, this is how it went down. The Pretty Boys, which that's how they known them for since 1970s, you know. Anyways,
You want 5
They were
rings?
playing. No, to watch the game, they got the first score 3. You know, they scored 3. We came back, got another 3
Wait,
field goals.
who
Our
scored 3?
defense was real good. You know,
Wait, who scored 3?
but prior to this, to start at the
We can't hear
beginning,
me now. Can't hear
they
me.
had. You can't hear me?
No, you can't hear me. I said, who scored 3 first?
The Cowboys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but the thing is like at the beginning they were postponing it. So I was like, oh, I texted Denise. And I remember saying, "You ready for the game?" And it wasn't even going to start because it was raining so hard and the lightning was going so strong that it was like waterfalls coming down the steps, big time. You know, so they postponed it for a while. But I can honestly say the Cowboys. They put it down. They went and did stuff, but they made mistakes as well, you know, because when they were in the red zone, they could not get a touchdown. You know, there was 2 interceptions. There was actually 4 of them, 4 balls that were intercepted. And so we were beating them. And then all of a sudden, this is what happened. This is how it went down. The touchdown. The guy, they were running to the end zone, right? Yes. And all of a sudden, one of the fans in the audience says, "They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats." So then the player that was chasing the Steelers player turned around like this, like no way. And then that's how he got the ball, made a touchdown. He got lucky, you know.
What the?
He got lucky.
How do you even hear those people? You made that
was my Trump imitation. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats.
I was like, how the fuck?
And so it was either that or an act of God that you never seen, huh? Like you never seen lightning. No, but you know what? It was a good game. Yeah. It definitely was a good game, and I thought we had it locked in, but you know, it was down to the 4th quarter, and they basically got lucky and got that touchdown, man. But you know what? I giving it to the quarterback of Steelers for the Fields. He's doing pretty good right now, being taking up that position. And I kind of don't want Russell Williams to be coming in, but anyways, it was a good game, you know.
First of all, we had like 6 players that weren't playing. They're injured. So a lot of our good players, Parson, they were all injured. You know, a lot of our defense. But so I did write this down because in the second quarter it was 6-3. Steelers were up, right? They intercepted. They made touchdowns on that, and then we scored. It was 10-6.
Steelers.
10-6 Steelers. Turpin was getting it in. He made several catches that were good.
That I agree with. He was.
In the fourth quarter, I think there was 3 minutes and 10 seconds left. I think Dallas intercepted. They made a touchdown, and then there was 3 minutes left in the game. The Steelers had the ball. They scored 17. It was 17-13. Cowboys fumbled. They got the ball back. Did you see that when they let go?
Yeah.
And then Prescott jumped on it, so he regained the ball. And then they were at the 4-yard line. And then Talbot made that touchdown. So Talbot made the last touchdown.
But let me tell you something. Tolbert did make that last touchdown, but it was a struggle for them to get in because the defense of the Steelers was coming and they were just knocking them back, making them taking them back. But they did get it. Like I says, I still think it was the Donald Trump. They're stealing the cats and they're stealing the dogs.
I think it was that Steelers fan waiting in the at the end zone. It was like
no, but maybe you know what? It was a good game.
Weird ass face, and he was just like, no, but they did it. They
you can't win them. You can't win them all. But I'm glad I didn't bet you, Denise, because
I bet JoJo. I bet JoJo
never worn a jersey.
Bet JoJo. Who won? Who's running from the bet?
Man,
how about them Cowboys?
She froze. She'll be back. Don't worry. She's gonna.
I think I froze. So it was. So the game ended. It was 2017. We got them.
Yeah,
Okay.
barely. You had to kick field goals.
Yeah, well, they didn't have to kick a field goal. I mean, they had the ball. If they didn't recover that last 2 minutes, 10 seconds, or whatever it was.
Yeah,
we would have lost.
That was luck. That was luck.
We would have lost.
Yeah.
So what happens next? What's the next
game?
I don't know. Who's playing next?
Who are you guys playing?
I'm not really sure right now. I didn't get it. I haven't Googled it. I don't have my phone with me.
Next Saturday we play the Lions.
Now what is Dallas 3-2 or what? What is there?
Now they're 3-2. Yeah.
3-2, huh?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
JoJo.
I mean,
That's what we're at right now. Yeah.
Show you guys much love and support. Thank you, Dee. We appreciate you. Always look forward to hearing.
Thank you, Diddy.
JoJo, I think you're wrong, JoJo.
Yeah, but it was a good game. I was shouting. The neighbors were looking and listening and hearing me.
I know. My daughter goes, Mom, you're not at the stadium. I said, yes, I am.
I get into my games, man, when I watch them. I do, man.
Knows. Clear the room, man. Clear the spot. Don't move. You can't move.
You guys, just real quick before, go check out the hookah lounge with Dee Lovegrave, and that was a great.
Raiders and Steelers. Oh no!
I'm gonna put that in my community post. You guys go check it out and show some love.
Thanks, Eddie.
I enjoyed that.
I thought you were gonna say go watch the last 5 minutes of the game, but you didn't.
Oh no!
That's
it. I caught the last 5 minutes, and I was like, okay, I know my sis is like happy right now.
Hey, Jen, I got a jersey for you over here. What are you a fan? I remember you said it. Are you a fan of the 49ers? Is it or no?
Who's
Jen.
that?
Jen.
Hey, my family is split down the middle: Cowboys, Niners, and then there's like two of us that's like Raiders. So I don't know. I always feel like I'm gonna upset anyone who, you know how it is on your bread. Like everybody's kind of normally.
You just do you. You just do you, Jen, and just go to the Steelers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cowboys is already in your home, so I know.
Yeah.
I'm normally cooking it up in the kitchen, just trying to keep it cool. But I might just have to do that.
Oh, we got some Steelers. Cholos
That's
in
not
there.
a Cowboys fan. No.
Right?
No.
Cholo,
Hey, I had a brother-in-law that was a Lakers fan, right?
No,
kid you
she's
not.
No, she's not.
When that Laker game came on, he was like that. He said, nobody move. Nobody move. Nobody come in the room. Nobody make any type of noise. He was like, "Are you jinxed it? We're done." And I was like, "What?" And I found out. I was like, "Dude, shut up with that." But that's the way he was. Yeah.
You know what? My ex-in-laws, they're all Niner fans. So every Christmas, they had each kid, and there's a bunch of them, the whole family. They each have a ball, a little, for the Christmas tree, with the gold ball with the logo, 49. The year my son was born,
Nothing to watch.
a Niner fan. I was like, no. That year it was all red and gold, the whole tree.
Nice.
Yeah.
With the silver and black. Like, yes.
I
Yes.
did my tree like that. I did it my tree like that.
You're a Raiders fan?
I don't know, man. Let's see.
Okay.
Good.
Hey,
Lord.
you're lucky. Hey, you're lucky, Fred. I'm a tattoo artist. We'll take care of that and do that cover. We'll take care of that, man.
Yeah, let me across.
Hey, trip out on this little story here. There was a girl that came here, right? And she wanted a tattoo, and it was for her man. He's a Raiders fan, right? But she wanted to look a little feminine, right? Because it's a Raiders kind of thing, and it's on her, right? So I says, "Okay, what do you want?" She goes, "I want some little pink hearts around it." I said, "I got this," and then it had his name on there, so I hooked it up. I said, "Man, that's perfect. Pink hearts and the Raiders go together."
You did. Oh, God.
Hey, but you know what, Fred? I won't bet against you guys because every time I do, for some reason, we lose against you guys, man. So I will never bet against the Raiders because I will never wear a jersey again.
You know what though, man? I used to yell. I mean, really get into it before, and in the last few years, I kind of toned it down. You know what? Listen, oh, no.
Fred about the baby Steelers jersey.
Oh yeah, you know what? Oh yeah, my other set of ex-in-laws, the grandpa went behind my back and got my son a little Steeler jersey and went and shot photos. Trying to get with the I was like, oh no, pulled it back like
That
you
could
know
be
what,
a real.
but I don't know. I lightweight take that as a kind of disrespect deal, It's like no, you don't do that. So no, yeah. So
I, I,
so my
re-
son, I will say this: my son's first game, uh, there were we sat in the black hole, and shout out to Eddie, Eddie, my nephew, Eddie Vega. He's in the chat. We went to the game, and we took my son. We didn't even tell my son we were going to the game. I just went, "Where are your Raiders?" And it was a surprise to him. And he was like so stoked. I think he was like what, like 13, 12, 13 years old or something. We sat in the black hole. Some of the people there knew it was his first game. They gave him a little football chain, a silver and black, um, chain. He got a high five from Bo Jackson. Bo
No.
Nice.
Okay.
the coach that day.
I remember
Um,
Bo Jackson.
and there was something else that happened. Oh, we got a picture with Gorilla Rilla and stuff. So from that day forward, I told my son that day. I said, "Hey, bro, you've been baptized a Raider, and that's the end of it. And you know what, man? I'll probably say my son, he's like tenfold into the game more than I am now, and he's
Nice.
a hardcore Raider. He knows all the
Poor
statistics and
That's
all. Don't call CPS on me for that one, guys.
Poor guy. Be watching. Poor
He's
Eddie.
he's awesome, man. He's good, man. We're good.
I'll pray for him.
Uh,
Yeah,
good.
I feel bad. I used to, you know what? I used to wake up in the middle of the night and be thinking of the plays, like when we lost. Like, oh man, it's bad. Like I said, I need to stop, man. I need to stop because um, it was just upsetting.
Yeah.
Now I have the mind frame of like, you know what, going into excuse me, any game, it's like okay, there's a 50-50 chance of winning. Dude. That's it. I leave it at that. I try to leave it at that. I'm not gonna. I'll get into this real quick. Excuse me. About a few years back, what was it? When the Niners were going to the Super Bowl, they were going. I would have to make Selena's do the work. I got so ridiculed by a lot of, and not all of them, but there's a lot of people, bad people out there. People were just rude, man. A lot of Niner fans were really rude. I had to go pick up some stuff for the school from the guy. The guy was a hardcore Niner fan. Oh, we're going to Super Bowl. He come out talking trash to me. That Monday after they lost, I went to go pick up what he didn't even come out of his office.
Oh,
And I was like, wow, bro. And then just everything got super like it was just quiet. I went
Awkward.
to Costco. They were giving me a hard time for a while, and then after that, they kind of toned it back. And I'll say this. I'm just gonna say this real quick, guys. Dad was giving me trash at Costco. He was still talking trash to me after they lost the Super Bowl. And I told him, hey man, I go, have you seen there was a time when uh Avengers Endgame or Infinity War, with the I don't know if you guys follow that with the Thanos and the gauntlet and all this other stuff. So in the movie he has to get some stones to take over the world basically. And there's six of them. And I told the guy, hey, man, I go, you know what the difference between Thanos and the 49ers is? He don't know. I go, Thanos got all 6 stones, buddy. The guy at the register at Costco, right? He was like, "Man," I go, "Hey, bro, I'm sorry, your collateral damage." He goes, "Hey, man, he asked for it, bro." He even took like, yeah, but
That's
but
right.
it's all fun. It's just sad when people take it real serious, you know?
Yeah, we
You know,
gotta get
I joke around with Denise and stuff like that, and but it's all. But I don't get to the point where it's like, if I lose, I'll accept the loss.
Right.
It
yeah.
is what it is. Hey, we can't always win, bro.
You
You
know
know.
what? Okay, that's one thing that's good. That's good that you say that because that's one thing I noticed. Whenever like, they're talking about it, even a week later, and I'm seeing it, like, dude, like they're posting it on social media. They're still talking about it, and I can see that you're hurt. You're exposing yourself. You're showing yourself that you're being very transparent. That you're still hurt. It's like, dude, get over it, move forward. You lost. Take it with grace, dude. Take it with grace. Take your loss with grace. You win. You win. You lost. Take with grace. But people don't know how to do that. They don't know how to take a loss. They want to win, win, win all the time.
Yeah,
You
we
know, I
like
have a
that,
job, I
right?
have a car, I have a nice house, my team always wins. That's not real life. You
Yeah.
live in
Hey, how many Super Bowls do the Raiders have?
what is the last one was, well, we lost against the Buccaneers
One.
in 2003. Yeah, bro. You know what? I think what was the last one against the Redskins? In 80, was it 80? I need to call myself for this because he's just, yeah, yeah.
I'm just messing with you,
I
Fred.
I know you are, but yeah, I'm just like, see, to me, it's
Um,
like, it is what it
Uh,
is. I take it with stride.
they got
that's
But
three
right.
Super Bowls. Eddie says three
Three
Super
Super
Bowls.
Bowls.
you know
Okay.
what? But you know what? And then get this also, Marcus.
Allen.
Excuse me, Marcus Allen. He never played for Oakland in the Super Bowl. He only played for LA. So I'll tell you what they did. I was a Raider fan. They were in Oakland. They went to LA, and I remained a Raider fan. They came back to Oakland. Still remain. Now they went to Vegas, and it's like, I mean, come on, I mean,
Hood hoppers.
yeah, what? But
Yeah.
that's
Hey. Yeah.
it's the money, man. It's the money. The owner money about it. At the end of the day, it's
Yeah.
and the fans suffer it.
Yeah.
I think it's, I think it's
I'm never a team hopper either, man. I've been a Steelers fan since the '70s,
Same
and
here.
I'm
There
still
you
a
go.
Steelers fan.
20,
oh,
28 years right here.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, well, we'll see on Sunday because Cholo Truckers and Steelers and Raiders are playing on Sunday. So
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah,
maybe
yeah.
we can have a little cheese me on the next show on
Steelers
Tuesday.
Raiders Sunday.
My ex-father, you know, like I said, and I said, I'll put it together like this. He ended up in the hospital one year during a Super Bowl, and the Steelers went. I won't say what happened, but he ended up in the hospital. It was a serious thing, and the Steelers won. And I remember I had gone to go visit him, and then I called him when the Steelers won. And he goes, "Man, I'm surprised you're calling me, that because I called him to congratulate him. And I said, man, the same way I would call to give you crap, I'm gonna call you to congratulate you, man.
So,
And that's the thing, it's the thing. That's how I see things. See things as you can
I
see
like
the
that. Yeah,
uh,
yeah, I like that. There you go. All
I
right, let's
did, Spanks, by an accident, Spanks.
by
You heard that.
Hey, shout out to Palomalu, man. Him and his commercials still. He's doing his hair commercials, man. He was a Steelers player, man. Shout out to
Oh,
Palomalu, still doing it.
Terry
I
Bradshaw.
miss those old school. I miss those old veterans, man, like Palomalu and Bettis and all those other ones, man.
Terry Bradshaw, right? The man, right? Because
Yeah, Terry Bradshaw. Yeah, he was a good quarterback, man. Yeah,
My dude was Tony Romo. He's an announcer now. But
oh wow,
yeah, he left with back injury. He
yeah.
had back surgery. But he was my
a friend of mine who met Jim Plunkett, ironically, through his job, man, it was a serious thing. And, uh, uh, I'll put it to you like this. I won't get into it. My friend works at a hospital, and he had to take care of a patient, and it ended up being Jim Plunkett's family member. And he said he's a Raider fan, and he said he was in there like, wow, like he was just kind of freaking out, like, man, it's Jim Plunkett, and that he had to maintain professional.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, he said he just, but he said he ran into him later on, I think in Cancun or something, and he was able to, help. But yeah,
No,
he had a professional in the hospital. So I love
definitely.
beautiful stories, man.
Right? Keep it professional. Well, this was a great show, you guys. I mean, the energy was good, the topics were good, even though there were some serious and some very heartfelt
Yeah.
issues. We know we can go forward into the next 4 hours in prayer for everyone.
Yeah,
Faith
definitely.
together, and
Definitely.
that's definitely
Sports talk on the round table.
yes.
They need to control.
Well,
So, guys,
next week you should tap in with us.
there's stories that perhaps are really harsh and they're hard to hear. I mean, I hear them myself
Yeah,
today. But you know what, guys? I think it's important that they need to be told. We can't
yeah,
just things under the rug and forget like they never happened. I mean, I think it's important. So I commend everybody, here as well to bring that up to everybody. I mean, that's what we're here to do.
yeah.
Unfortunately, it's not always a good thing, but I mean, I think it's important for people to know the truth.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Real life
that's it.
ain't all rainbows and sprinkles all the time, but we
yes.
can talk about it and get through it, right?
So, yeah, thank you for bringing us the stories, the realistic stories, the real.
Yeah, I don't think so, Spank. She wants a Steelers jersey, right, Jen?
Oh, hey, I'll take what I get. I'm grateful for whatever. Right. But what do you have coming up this next week, Casa? What do you have going on?
You know what? Remember that Channel Feedman radio? I've been
Radio.
working on things. I got some. I've been to put things together. So when I started, I've been making playlists and doing things like that and stuff, which I'm going to use collecting music. And one of my friends, actually, he's like a brother. I've known him for years, and he shot me a few tracks, that I could use. And so this way, everything's legit. And like that one track, I don't know if you heard it on my Instagram that I played with that one video I had.
I
He
like
shot
that.
me that, and I dig that track. I mean, that
Yeah.
is bad. It sounds good,
Good.
but and so I put it up there. But yeah, but so I'm just collecting things. I got a couple more things to get, and then I'm gonna go from there. And I'm gonna see how long it'll last because of the strikes and all the other things and this and that. But you know what? I'm gonna try to be creative and do what I do, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's
And
it.
and,
We can
and
do,
keep on
right?
pushing. So,
Make
but
it
yeah,
fun.
I am working on that as we speak, and I
Sounds
gotta.
good. Looking forward to it. That's
Right
what's
on.
Yeah.
up. Yeah. Fred, what do you have going on? Anything going on in your channel this week?
Yeah, actually, you know what I'm thinking of doing? I'd probably be doing one today. A little while right now, or maybe yeah. I'm not sure on the topic yet. I'm going to kick it on. We'll see. We'll see what I can work. Yeah, I got every Friday to do something. You know what? I will say this. I've got over 12 subscribers. That's amazing.
You're cutting in and out, but I
Yeah,
heard 12
That's
members.
it. Yeah. Damn
Yeah,
it.
kind of quick. So, okay, like, I need something.
Okay, you're cutting in and out the audio. I'm not sure why.
Sign language.
Right. Language
Yeah.
it. Your audio is cutting out. Not
We're
sure
hearing
what.
bits and pieces.
Okay, now.
No.
Okay.
Maybe do tap out, tap in real quick before we sign out.
No, it froze.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. So let me
Yeah.
drop him down and maybe he'll come back in real quick.
Yeah.
But I believe he said he got 12 subscribers over this last week, right? Look at us, up close and personal. Sheesh.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking over. Okay.
Okay, let's see.
All right.
All right. Are you there?
Yeah.
Okay, it's just a little bit delayed, so it makes it hard to hear, I think.
Yeah. Must be some kind of connection or something.
Yeah,
Because
something's going on with the audio.
you sound like you're underwater, Fred, and it's
Yeah.
bubbly, and then it disappears.
We'll put an update in the community section because we can't hear what's going
Yeah,
on.
don't know.
He's got something coming up, so stay tuned. We'll make sure to mention it in the community section.
Hey, Spank says do Morse code. Do Morse code.
Not sure.
Just wait, Fred. Just say bye.
Uh, you got something to look forward to on
Not
Tuesday.
now, but
Anything for you, Denise, coming up this week?
yes, I'm excited. My mom's birthday's tomorrow. She turns 81.
Happy birthday to your mom.
Ooh, happy birthday,
Happy birthday.
Mama.
Happy
I
birthday.
know, I love my mama.
No,
And
happy
so I'm gonna go take her some stuff. You know, I'm gonna go take her. I usually take her like dulce with some flowers and stuff like that. So I'm gonna go take my mom her stuff, and then but on the 19th is our family reunion, which I'll tell you guys next week. Next week, but
yes.
we're gonna celebrate her birthday there.
All
Okay.
right. All
Mom's
right.
so cute.
Okay, we can't wait to see and hear about it then. That's what's up.
Money.
Look at
And she froze too.
right?
Yeah.
I think
You know what? That's the best time. I remember my mom before she passed away. We had a big reunion celebration for her birthday at a park, and she had so much fun there, man. So those are memories, big time memories.
It's
man.
gonna be a lot. It's gonna be fun. I mean, she's gonna have all her grandkids, everybody, all my cousins, and everybody. We had one last year, came out pretty good, and then this year I just said, "Mom, we'll celebrate it at the reunion. I'll take a cake and we'll,
Excuse me.
over there."
That's good.
what's
That's
up.
good.
Well, until then, if you guys want to come back next week, you're going to hear all about it.
Jen, I have a question real quick. I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt you, but I have a question on how do I put like my channel and my thing, like when I post it on Instagram, like what I've been posting, I want to put my YouTube channel so they know what to go to and what to follow to see the radio.
You put it in your bio.
How do you do that? It's in bio?
You put it in the bio, whatever you have in your bio. I'm sorry, Jen.
Yeah, Jen.
On your page, you're wanting to put your link.
Like you know how I posted on Instagram on my stories or whatever, but I want to put the YouTube symbol. I know how to do that, but how do I put the handle? I guess that's what it called. Is it called the handle? So that they know that it'll direct them to my
you want to share the
YouTube
link,
channel.
the direct link?
Yeah, to my YouTube channel. I don't know how to do that. I don't know if you could text me.
Yeah, it'll be easier for me to do it like that. I'm gonna like screen record me doing it, and I'll send that to you, and then it'll show you exactly. I know it took me.
Yeah. I've been wanting to find out, because I'm trying
for people for sure.
Yeah, because I'm not familiar with that, so I said maybe Jen might know. Yeah.
I'll send you the screen recording of it right now.
Okay,
it's
cool.
Easy. I mean, it's easy.
Guys. Okay. All right.
Same time, same place. Be here. You don't want to miss it. This is where you want to be on Tuesday nights. I'm telling you.
Well done.
This is it. You don't know what you're gonna.
G. That was when G Lou's back. No,
Shout out, you guys.
That's a good one.
Right now, we're changing the game. Okay. Buenas noches, everyone. Much love.
Buenas noches.
Bye, you guys. Have a good weekend.
Night.
Good night.